Loriana Tisher is a business leader with a passion for developing people and alliances. With over 20 years of experience in coaching leaders, students, and businesses, Loriana founded Bonsai and made it her mission to help people and organizations thrive. And here you are to tell us all about it. So Bonsai, so what is Bonsai?
Bonsai, and it's an interesting name because I kill every plant I come in contact with, so it's not landscaping. What it has to do with is helping develop and shape people so that they can reach their full potential. I got that idea because I was in the National Arboretum Museum in DC, and I learned that gardeners, when they're doing bonsai trees, they envision that tree 400 years from now and shape it to get there. And that's what I do with people. I've been given this wonderful gift of helping see someone's potential or an organization's potential, and then working with them to shape that so that they can achieve it. And then that joy that they get, the organization gets performance, and it's exciting.
So have you been in leadership training throughout your career, or did something direct you to this path that you're on now?
I have been prepared for it in a variety of capacities. I consulted for about 17 years, and so was exposed to it then. I've been teaching at WashU and Mizzou on leadership principles, and I've also been a leader of a high-performance organization, and so I've seen it from all facets, and I've really felt called to this about the last year. I felt like this was where I was supposed to be, and so I left my position at Mizzou and started the company.
Interesting. So right now you're focusing a lot on middle managers, is that right? So why middle managers?
I have a particular soft spot in my heart for middle managers. I find they're often overlooked. We spend a lot of time coaching the executives and business owners, and we put training at the lower levels, and middle managers are kind of left with trying to bridge the gap between their old role as an employee if they're moving up the organization, or just learning the skills from going from a more traditional organization to a collaborative. And they're left not really knowing quite how to handle that. And because I've done that before myself, I can relate to them, and I can say, hey, I get that struggle, let me help you with that.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice place to be able to understand their challenges and work with them on that.
So what is so challenging? I mean, do you find the economic times today make it more challenging to be in middle management, or is there something else that's driving those types of challenges?
I think there's more and more pressure to be competitive. The work environment is, we've got to get more productivity, better customer service from the organization, and to just be able to be more strategic in our decision making. And so the middle managers have a lot of pressure. There's a lot of work to get done in an extremely focused way to do it well. And they have less resources to pay people, so they need to do it in a way that's very engaging and to help build commitment to the employees. And that will help get a higher profit margin, more engaged customers, and that'll help everybody, both from the customers, the business owners, and give people a place where they really want to work.
So one of the things that we hear a lot about is loyalty in an organization. And you know, with middle managers, it's kind of the perfect setup to be tested on your loyalty. Where is the loyalty? Is it with the employers or with the employees, or should it even exist at all? So what's your take on that?
That's a very interesting question. I think if you build an organization that's engaged and everybody is focused on serving that customer, your loyalty is to the purpose. And an organization without alignment to a solid strategy is kind of floundering. And so the loyalty is for everybody to be on the same page and engaged in providing, whether it's a service or a product, to that customer. And so there's loyalty to the team, your work team, there's loyalty to the organization as a whole, and there's loyalty to providing something that you're proud of.
So where's the incentive for the middle manager? Is the incentive just in being part of that mission, would you say?
Define what you mean by incentive.
Well, you know, if you're driven to want to help the organization get to the mission and achieve that with the customers, but you're not compensated necessarily for driving those sales. Is that important or not important?
Well, I think it's important that they do compensate people. If you are, if you're in a middle management position, you should be increasing the performance of the organization, and so a well-run organization is going to provide compensation that is adequately supporting the middle manager driving to results. But I think it's way beyond compensation, because if there's having an organization that is growing and they're seeing people really thrive, there's that intrinsic motivation that has really been discovered to be what gives people satisfaction.
Right.
And so by having a middle manager feel great about the work they're doing, they're helping people flourish beneath them, that will give them the satisfaction, which in addition to fair compensation, that's enough to keep people engaged and excited.
Yeah, so if the organization can do that, achieve that, then people will be incented without necessarily the monetary.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. All right, very good. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we're going to hear much more from Loriana and her work with Bonsai on our next segment.